Welcome to Strip Cover, where we squeeze the bigger picture out of literature. I'm Adrian Ford, and we are here for another poetry discussion. This poetry discussion comes to us from the mind of Charles Bukowski in The Pleasures of the Damned. Look, I have new videos on this channel Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Mondays are for poetry. I also have new videos on my personal channel Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, a link to which can be found in the description below. But the poem in question right now happens on pages 390 and 391. It is titled The Egg. He's 17. "Mother," he said, "how do I crack an egg?" "All right," she said to me. "You don't have to sit there looking like that." "Oh, Mother," he said, "you broke the yolk. I can't eat a broken yolk." "All right," she said to me. "You're so tough. You've been in the slaughterhouses, factories, and jails. You're so goddamn tough. But all people don't have to be like you. That doesn't make anybody else wrong and you right." "Mother," he said, "can you bring me some Cokes when you come home from work?" "Look, Raleigh," she said, "can't you get the Cokes on your bike? I'm tired after work." "But, Mama, there's a hill." "What hill, Raleigh?" "There's a hill. It's there and I have to pedal over it." "All right," she said to me. "You think you're so goddamn tough. You worked on the railroad track gang. I hear about it every time you get drunk." "I worked on a railroad track gang." "Well," I said, "I did." "I mean, what's the difference does it make? Everybody has to work somewhere." "Mama," said the kid, "will you bring me those Cokes?" I really like the kid. I think he's very gentle, and once he learns how to crack an egg, he might do some unusual things. Meanwhile, I sleep with his mother and try to stay out of arguments. So what's the center point to this poem? What's the purpose of this poem? I think I know. I think this poem can be summed up like this. Fucking women. Am I right? Now, that may seem a strange place to start this discussion, considering there are two characters that could be construed, perhaps, for the center point of this poem. After all, the egg is the title of this poem. The egg could refer to the young, right? Could refer to a child, the egg. It could also refer to the egg at the very beginning of this poem. The very beginning of this poem, as is prompted by the phrase, "He's 17. Who is he? The boy is 17. Mightn't he, the egg, the one who wants the egg cracked, be the center point of this poem, be the focus of this poem? Maybe, but I don't think so. Well, the speaker oftentimes is who the poem is about. Oftentimes, not always. And oftentimes in literature, any type of literature, poems, short stories, novels, movies, any of it, the character on whom we end is the character that owns the story. If the story ends with a character in view, that is to whom that story belongs. And here, I sleep with his mother and try to stay out of arguments. That's the speaker being the center point right there, right? We end with the speaker, but I think the mother, I think the lover is the center point of this poem. Why do I say that? And why is it with such consternation that I begin that discussion? Well, if you want to know, I'll tell you. Because that mother, the entire poem, is defending her son. But not in the purest of terms. She's defending her son by complaining about our speaker. "Well, you're so tough, aren't you?" "I worked on the railroad gang." Well, I did. You're so tough. You think you're so tough. Not everybody has to be like you. Pointing fingers. Pointing fingers like that. Complaining about our speaker. Having beef with our speaker. Having problems with our speaker. Complaining about our speaker. Yeah. What a relationship in which to find yourself. Complaining about your lover always. But not the only person that the mother/lover is complaining about. She's also complaining about her son. Can't you just go get the Coke yourself? Won't you just do that? And really, in the fact that she feels she has to defend her son, that is accepting the burden of the fact that our speaker has at some point, apparently, talked down about her son. It's owning it. It's not saying, oh yeah, well, you feel that way about my son? Fuck yourself. You feel that way about my son? That's your opinion. She's saying, well, you're so tough, huh? What has being tough gotten you? Assuming the weakness of her son. What has being so damn tough done for you? I have to hear about it all the time. What has it done for you? After all, here you are with me. So we have the center point of this poem. The center point of this poem, because it's a very rocky poem. Being this woman who's so goddamn sure to complain about everyone and everything. She blames our speaker for being our speaker. She gets mad at her son for being her son. Now, she might be getting mad at her son in fairness. It might be fair, quite fair, that she's saying, get your own damn Cokes, huh? But she can't even do that. She can't even stand up for herself in that fashion. And we have some reason to believe that at the end of the poem, Mama said to the kid, will you bring me those Cokes? I really like the kid. I think he's gentle, and once he learns how to crack an egg, he may do some unusual things. We have a reason to believe that right there at the very end, she capitulates. She brings him his Cokes. So what is the purpose of this poem? We have the speaker who is the tough guy. And we have the son who's the weak one. But at the end, I sleep with his mother and try to stay out of the arguments. At the end, the tough guy is just trying to get some, and he's trying not to fight. Is that what the tough guy does? How tough is the tough guy? Is the tough guy the one who chooses not to fight? Well, if you read Sun Tzu, yeah, probably. The best won battle is the battle not fought. Something like that. That's in there somewhere. It's in the Art of War someplace. Something along those lines. Okay. But it's interesting here because we don't have this tough guy speaker really acknowledging the fact that being so damn tough as he is, being so damn tough has ever done anything for him. In fact, it seems to be that this needling of a youngling, the needy young kid, will always have a woman around. That seems to be the way that needy people operate. There's always someone there to do something for them. Why? Because they will be needy. And, believe it or not, it seems to be there's a great deal of people in the world who like being needed. But there is a little more commentary here. What type of mother is this? Who's done such a poor job of raising a kid all the way to 17 years old who doesn't even want to get himself a Coke? The speaker's so damn tough. The boy is so damn needy. The mother's so damn what? I don't know. What word should we put on it? That is all I have for this poetry discussion. If you hit the like button, it really helps me out here on the channel. Again, I have new videos on the channel Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Mondays are for poetry. I also have new videos on my personal channel Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, a link to which can be found in the description below.